types of earthing system. But before that, let's look at the pre and the intake point in relation to the earth, in relation to the earthing system. So electricity is connected like this at the intake point. So we have two lines coming to the transformer. Then after the transformer, four lines are taken out, whereby we have the star point at the bottom. So we have these three lines and the star point. So the star point, in other words, it's called the return or neutral. Return stroke neutral. So immediately after the transformer, whereby we have line 1, line 2, line 3, and the neutral. Sometimes you'll hear conversation of red, yellow, and blue. Then we have the neutral. So for single phase consumers, one phase is taken, let's say red, and the neutral, and this one is taken to the drop. All right. So let's say consumer A gets the red phase. So it's going to be connected like this. It's going to be having a red phase and the return. So the neutral. So these two wires are going to be combined together in one armored cable next to the consumer. And they are going to be, sorry for that. All right, let me just undo that. So they're going to be connected in one armored cable. We have red and neutral. So they're going to be connected in one armored cable, and it's going to be dropped to the consumer's house. At the consumer house, the neutral wire is going to be, so we're going to have a cutout, a neutral link. So at the neutral, so the live is going to be taken to the fuse, then the neutral is going to be taken to the neutral link. Then after this cutout, an earthing rod is going to be inserted here, right? So let's see how that's proceed. So we're having a line wire which pass through the fuse, then we have the neutral link. So an earthing wire is going to be created from this place and is going to be grounded from there. Then another wire is going to be taken from that point as a neutral going to the house, and this live going to the house, and another wire from this same place going to your house as the earthing wire. So I wanted to say something. In the previous video, we talked about how the earth protects you. So the electricity is going to take the path of the neutral to ground rather than you. So you realize that in many cases, the appliances are not independently, as we're going to see in different type of system, they are not independently grounded. All right. So the grounding is done at the intake point. So you realize that the casing of the enclosure of your appliances is the one connected to the earth wire. Whereas you have seen near the cutout here, you see that where we get the neutral that is going to the house is the same place you're getting the earth wire that is going to ground. So that tells you something, that whenever the casing becomes live as a result of an electrical fault, electricity travels back. It's like it's completing a path, but now through a different alternative cable. Like we can say basically that the earthing wire is an alternative of the return. So because the actual return is inside the electrical appliances in the load components, it can't return at that point because the casing, which is independent of the neutral in the enclosures of the load, is in contact with the live. Therefore, we need an alternative path to complete a circuit that is not through your body. And that's how an earthing wire basically is originated, and that's basically how it protects you. So we're having a cutout, we're having the neutral link. Then from the neutral link, we take a cable that is grounded over there. We take another cable that we use as our earth going to your house, and the neutral wire which came from the drop going to your house. So you have now this live and neutral now going to your CCU for the rest of the connection to your final circuits that you have in the house. And that is basically how we introduce an earthing system generally. But we're going to look at specific systems that have different ways of doing this.